Respected Sparks Insight community, I genuinely hope you're doing well today. You've probably noticed how every trip to the grocery store feels a little heavier on your wallet, right? Prices go up, but your monthly check doesn't. Well, what if I told you there's now a real conversation in Washington about giving millions of Americans a $1,200 stimulus boost, and maybe even more, to help Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients finally catch up with inflation? This might just be one of the most important updates of the year, and you'll want to hear every bit of it. Now, if you're new here, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and join our growing family of financially curious minds. It means a lot and helps us continue bringing you the updates that actually affect your wallet. Alright, let's get into this story. If you depend on Social Security or disability benefits, you already know how the cost of living adjustment, or COLA, works. It's supposed to protect your income from inflation, but lately, it hasn't kept up. For 2026, the official COLA was set at 2.8%, while inflation has hovered closer to 3%. On paper, that may not sound like a big gap, but when you add in rising Medicare Part B premiums, expected to increase by another $21.50 a month, that modest gain almost disappears. Many seniors are left with less spending power than before. So, the frustration is real, and it's sparking a larger question. Should retirees receive an extra payment to make up for years of lagging adjustments? That's where the Senior Citizens League, often called TSCL, steps in. It's one of the most active advocacy groups for older Americans. They've introduced an idea they call the senior stimulus, a one-time payment designed to restore some of the value lost to inflation over the past several years. The group argues that between 2020 and 2025, inflation quietly drained retirees' buying power. Basic items like groceries, energy, and healthcare rose faster than the checks meant to cover them. And during that same period, Medicare premiums climbed almost $485 in total, erasing much of the COLA benefits. So, their proposal is simple. A tax-free lump sum payment. It's distributed through the Social Security Administration, just like the COVID relief checks, automatically. No forms or new applications needed. There's no perfect historical match for this idea, but it's not unprecedented either. Back in 2009, the government issued a $250 economic recovery payment to Social Security recipients. Some state retirement systems have also done retroactive COLA adjustments to help retirees catch up. TSCL believes it's time to repeat something similar, just larger and better targeted. Now, how much money are we talking about? TSCL has floated different numbers, anywhere from $600 to $5,000. But the most realistic and widely supported figure right now is $1,400. They say it's not just about relief, it's about fairness. People who spent their lives paying into the system shouldn't fall behind because of unpredictable inflation. The League is encouraging Americans to contact their representatives, sign petitions, and show support at local meetings. In politics, attention is everything. The louder the message, the greater the chance that Congress will act. But here's where things get interesting. Congress already has a separate idea on the table. A group of 12 Democratic lawmakers has introduced a plan that would add $200 per month to benefit checks for 6 months, creating a total of $1,200 in extra payments. This plan is called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act S. 378. Led by Senators Elizabeth Warren, Ron Wyden, and Chuck Schumer. Instead of a one-time payout, it spreads the relief over half a year. And it wouldn't just cover retirees, it would also apply to people receiving SSI, railroad retirement, and veterans' disability benefits. If approved, this program could start as early as January 1st. And if it proves popular, which early surveys suggest it would, Congress could face public pressure to extend the payments or even make the boost permanent. Support for this idea isn't limited to one side. Advocacy groups and policy experts say it's urgently needed. Max Richman, president of the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare, recently noted that with such a small COLA increase and rising healthcare costs, many seniors are effectively losing income each year. The $200 monthly boost would be a temporary fix, but it opens a much bigger debate. Should we change how COLA is calculated altogether? Right now, Social Security uses something called the CPI-W, which measures price changes for urban wage earners, basically working people, not retirees. But older Americans spend differently, more on prescription drugs, healthcare visits, and utilities, less on commuting and education. That's why a new bill called the Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act is proposing a shift. It suggests using whichever index is higher each year, either the current CPI-W or a more accurate one for older adults, called CPI. Here's how it works. If CPI-W shows 3.5% inflation but CPI-E comes out to 3.7%, then benefits would rise by 3.7% instead. Over time, that small difference could add up to hundreds of dollars in extra income per year for retirees. It's a simple idea, but it could dramatically improve the fairness of future adjustments. Public opinion also plays a big role in shaping what happens next. According to a national survey by TSCL, 95% of respondents supported a $1,400 stimulus payment. 86% said it would make a meaningful difference in their household finances. 80% admitted they currently have expenses they can't cover, but could with that payment. Only a tiny fraction said it wouldn't matter. Still, about 1/4 of those surveyed weren't sure how their representatives would vote. That uncertainty matters, because lawmakers often look to their constituents for guidance. When enough people reach out, bills move faster. So, if you're someone who depends on Social Security or cares about those who do, your voice matters. You can call or email your congressional offices. You can ask simple questions. Do you support a $1,200 or $1,400 stimulus for seniors? Will you back the bill that makes COLA fairer? These conversations add up. When offices start getting hundreds of calls about the same issue, it gets noticed, especially during election years. So where do things stand right now? The Senior Citizens League is pushing for a $1,400 senior stimulus payment. Lawmakers in Congress are debating a $1,200 temporary boost for 6 months. And a new bill could soon redefine how COLA is calculated, making it better match seniors' real expenses. If even one of these ideas gains traction, millions of retirees could see extra money in their checks by early 2026. But it'll take continued attention and bipartisan support to make it happen. Before we wrap up, remember this: these proposals aren't just numbers. They represent security, breathing room, and dignity for people who've spent their lives working and paying into the system. So, what do you think? Should there be a $1,200 or $1,400 stimulus check for seniors? Would that change your monthly budget? Share your thoughts below. I read every comment, and they really help spread awareness. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like and subscribe for more updates on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and everything that affects your financial future. Stay informed, stay hopeful, and I'll see you in the next video.